probably were not expecting anything from me to pop up on your feed today. I don't actually know where to start. I stopped making content a long time ago. I felt like after I separated from my ex that things were just so completely different. I didn't know what to post. I didn't feel like I was interested. I didn't feel like I had the energy to post anything or to create anything or the creativity to come up with anything in general. I feel like I had an internal glow up as opposed to like a physical one. But things definitely have changed in my life, and I want to kind of reintroduce myself to you guys and tell you really what I have in mind for the future. Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm 27, almost 28, and I'm from the northeast of England. I last posted and told you guys that I was pregnant, and I filmed little bits throughout my pregnancy that I didn't end up posting at all. Like a few comments that I got during pregnancy, and I just thought, you know what, like I'm not really in the headspace to be able to deal with people's negative opinions at all. Kept those videos to myself and things like that to myself because the dog is being a little shit, so I completely forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I kept those things to myself because I didn't want to be violated by the internet. I had a great pregnancy. I had no complications whatsoever, and my son is now 2 months old. He is absolutely wonderful, and motherhood is hard. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. I made the decision with my partner that I wouldn't be sharing my son's face on the internet. That even includes like my personal Facebook and Instagram and things. Like I'll maybe post a photo and you'll see like the back of his head. But I don't want to share my son's face. Obviously, as a parent now, I've got to protect his well-being, and sadly, there are a lot of weirdos on the internet. You only have to go on TikTok and see how many times videos of babies and children are saved and shared to see that that is very weird. I had a wonderful pregnancy. The birth was amazing. I potentially will do a birth story. Yeah, that's kind of how life is going at the moment. I don't really know what else to tell you. Like, there's so much that has happened that I don't know what to say. A lot of people were quite confused as to what happened, like with like my ex-partner, because obviously we were engaged and all that stuff. And basically I just wasn't very happy anymore. Like in general, it wasn't necessarily specifically him, but I just wasn't happy with myself. Like I was putting on loads of weight. I'd put on an excessive amount of weight, like since meeting him. I estranged myself from my immediate family, and yeah, it was just the last few months, and I would say up to a year of it, to be honest. The last year of that relationship was just horrible, to be honest. We argued constantly, and then we would have like a few great days, and then it would go back to the way it was and we would argue constantly. My mental health took an absolute plummet. I switched medications a bunch of times. I stopped leaving the house. I stopped going outside, which I posted videos about, and obviously lockdown, you know, all that stuff. And I just turned into a person that I didn't like. I didn't recognise anymore. And don't get us wrong, like since I've left that relationship, as soon as I like kind of got out of it, I realised like, shit, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? At the end of all of that, my other sister stopped talking to me, as did my cousin and my uncle, which were pretty much the only family that I spoke to and who spoke to me, which meant that I was cut off pretty much from my niece. I know sometimes like you realise when it's too late. I've tried reaching out to my sister and I've got no reply. And obviously the whole thing with like my mum and the rest of my family, I don't know if it's like too much has gone on or like, do you know what I mean? I think I'm probably the last person on the earth that they want to talk to. But part of us hopes that things could change for the sake of my son and the sake of me just being stupid, being really stupid and really easily manipulated, I think. But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. Anyway, since being pregnant, I have pretty much tried to kind of get my life back on track. I have got a job. I'm on maternity leave at the moment, and I've also lost around 3 stone since being pregnant last April, like finding out I was pregnant. And so I'm currently actively like putting effort in to losing weight. And yeah, I don't know how I've lost the weight. Strictly speaking, this baby was made from McDonald's strawberry milkshakes, Tim Hortons sour cherry cola, or sour cherry apple coolers, and what else? I don't know. I went through a lot of phases, but maybe I'll do a video on that. But yeah, I want to get back into making content. I want to like make friends and talk to people and, you know, get back to the things I used to enjoy. And I know a lot of people like, you know, say in the new year, like, oh, new year, new me, and this is my year, and I'm going to make things my year, blah, blah, blah. But I actually am this year. I'm absolutely determined to beat agoraphobia and social anxiety. Like, I can't live like this any longer. I'm a full-time mother at the moment, and I want to be able to go out with him on my own with the pram and go to the shop or go to the beach or go sit in a cafe, and you know what I mean, like, and do those things. And he will not benefit from a mother who can't do that. So I am determined to make that happen. I'm determined to lose weight and just to be a bit healthier. I plan on filming some videos and posting things on like TikTok and things like that. I plan on getting a tripod and actually having some kind of setup rather than tying my phone to the pram with a muslin, which is what I've done today. Editing skills won't be great for the time being, but I'm going to try my best. If you have any recommendations, please send them my way. I'm really keen on just getting back into doing something creative, essentially. But yeah, I hope this one hasn't been too long, and I will see you in the next one.